Devil May Cry has some amazing bosses, and yet somehow, twice in the franchise, a whole game is almost ruined by an absolutely terrible final boss. In DMC 1, the game is awesome. It has all the features you would expect, well, at least in their infancy, of the Devil May Cry franchise. Except for some reason, the final boss ends up being this weird, on-rails shooter, cramped mess that is just so out of left field. It's kind of laughable. For what's built up to be the grand battle against the king of the underworld, that is definitely a letdown. And then the same thing happens again in Devil May Cry 3. Dante has to fight against Arkham, well, the big bad of this game. You know, that's not Virgil. And instead of it being a fun, enjoyable, tough but fair boss fight, it ends up being a mess. And again, they throw another random mechanic at you in the final act of the boss fight, when, awesome moment, because Virgil comes to help you, but all of a sudden, you now have to control 2 demon hunters instead of 1. What is supposed to be a triumph ends up being a letdown. Thankfully, in the case of DMC 3, it is quickly rectified with one of the best fights in the series up against Virgil. But if you want to hear about that, you should subscribe.